Happy Friday to you. It is the best day of the week. And yes, we did get a little bit of that snow. We're going to take a look and see how much everybody got. We've got an updated road report coming your way in just seconds. But first, welcome to the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Coming up on the show today, travel alert for anyone that is coming close to the U.S. with regards to a U.S. airport. The shutdown continues in the States, and that is going to affect Canadians who are touching down in the U.S., whether that be a layover or you've got a U.S. vacation planned. They are starting to shut down routes, and the skies are starting to quiet, and that is creating airport chaos. Prince Harry has got some answering to do. He wore that LA Dodgers baseball hat to a game last week, and it kind of upset a few of us. I mean, your dad is supposed to be the king of Canada. What are you doing, man? Anyway, he has apologized. He's answered for it, and apparently there's an explanation. He goes into some great detail as to his explanation as to why he didn't wear his Blue Jays hat. And I will let you decide. You be the judge, jury, executioner on Prince Harry and his lack of awareness. Goodbye, Farmer's Almanac. We're going to talk about that this morning. After 200 years, the Farmer's Almanac is going to be gone. It's going by the wayside. The Farmer's Almanac, after so many years of predicting and mispredicting our weather forecast, it's gone. It's gone after 200 years. What will we do? Will we return to pig spleen? I don't know. Pawn Stars star Rick, you know, the guy in Vegas who is, I'll give you $50 for that. And you're thinking, oh, it's probably worth a lot more, Rick. What are you doing? He's gone public. He is really upset at Las Vegas for their hidden fees and high prices. He says that's what's really killing the town. And Coca-Cola is out with its new Christmas ad. It took 100 people to make their new Christmas commercial and 10,000 prompts. They used AI to make their Coca-Cola Christmas commercial, and we'll have it for you. It's impressive, but I thought AI was supposed to make our lives easier. Did they need all those people and all those prompts? I don't know. We'll see how good the ad is. And if it gives you the Christmas feels, we certainly have Christmas-style snow on the ground. This is a live look at Manitoba 511. Quick refresh to give us the absolute latest on what is going on. in southwestern Manitoba. This is the first snowfall of the season where folks are going to be hitting the highway and hopefully going to be taking it a little bit slower than they normally would. That's the key. The key is the speed, okay? Just because you have winter tires on your car does not make you indestructible. Winter tires will improve your stopping distance. It will help you to stop. It'll save you several feet when it comes to, when you've applied the brakes. You don't want to run into anybody or, stop at the light and so on. It will also help you marginally stay on the road a little bit easier in icier conditions. However, it does not make you indestructible. And that's a mistake that hundreds of Manitobans make every year. I got winter tires. I'm going to go 100. And it's a sheet ice. This is not going to help you. And how did I end up in the ditch? Because you're supposed to slow down. The number 10 highway through the park probably has the most snow. We knew that was going to be the case because we had said that higher elevations were going to get the most snow. For the first time this season, we're going to show you our webcams, and they're going to have lots of white on them. Oak Lake and Grand Valley not operating. That is regrettable. We have told Manitoba 511 these cameras are not working. Hopefully, they'll get them fixed. Oak Lake is just temperamental. It seems like in the morning it doesn't want to work, and then by midday and some evenings it'll work, so don't give up on the Oak Lake camp. But you can see Moon Lake, 10 through the park. That's the bottom left of your screen. There's quite a bit of snow on the road there. So if you've got to travel through Riding Mountain National Park, that is the absolute latest. But if you go in the exact opposite direction, top right of your screen, or mid-right, I guess, is the number 1 highway at Eli, and it looks almost bare. Now, don't let that fool you. Things could still be slippery, but I guess the point I'm making is the further east you go, the better the roads are, and to the south. So if you're headed east, once you get past McGregor towards Portage La Prairie, things are generally pretty good. That's what we're hearing this morning, as well as areas to the south. So if you are traveling south of the Trans-Canada Highway, things are definitely in better shape than they are to the north, where we have got snow-covered sections on every stretch of highway north of the number 1 and west of Neepawa. Cutoff seems to be kind of the Gladstone, Austin, McGregor area, and areas to the east fared better, and to the west, you've got some snow on the road. And that goes for the western side of Brandon. The Trans-Canada Highway has partial cover, as you can see there, and slippery conditions. So basically the box today is from Carberry up to McCrary. It encompasses Dauphin, so it'll include Sandy Lake, Newdale, and if you go from Carberry to the Saskatchewan border headed west, that has partial snow cover, and most highways north of the Trans-Canada Highway. So again, just take her slow on the roads. And this likely had a few comments already this morning. This probably won't last all that long. And you're right. The fact of the matter is that we do have some warm temperatures that are coming our way, and looks as if we may have some really warm days still to come, dare I say. Like, we've got a +8 in our future for next week. So that is likely going to make a short order of the snow. Here's what the forecast is looking like. We'll have the remainder of this system move through, but looking at the radar, I think it's done. We basically have cloud now, and so it'll be cloudy today, -3. It's calling for off and on light snow, but the radar is clean. Looks as if things have moved on, and that will mean sunshine for the weekend. Still cool, though, -5 for Saturday, -4 on Sunday. But look at next week. Holy cow, back up to 8 degrees. Our normal is now sliding below freezing. So, beautiful Remembrance Day, 8 degrees. That's incredible for this time of year. And then 2 on Wednesday. I'll take it. So, this snow may be short-lived. It may not be here for very long. So there you go. That's the latest that we've got, of course, on the show. If you're just joining us and want more information, we do it every half hour. We take a look at the weather and roads, and of course we have a beach break because it's that time of year. Well, we always like the beach. We're the sun seekers, so there's always some beach time. We have live shots of a tropical beach somewhere every half hour, and that is followed by the soul-crushing information you need to know to survive your time in Canada. Yes, those icy roads, those snowbanks, that incredible wind chill that's biting your skin and giving you pain. We'll update you on that and let you know how good or bad it may be every half hour or so. Let's say good morning to the Sunseekers all over the place. We are all over the place this morning. We are on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on X. We're on Twitch, TikTok. And we'd like to say a quick good morning and take a look at yesterday's good thing before we get the show underway officially. And so we like to give a wave and say hello and happy Friday to our friends on Twitch that include those three that are always in first. They're up early. Road Reverend, Polar Bear, and Pebbles. They're in before the tubes even get heated up this morning. And then as soon as we heated it up on TikTok, we had Anna, Johnny, and James, the first in over there. Those three, the TikTok three over there. Quentin is here on Twitch this morning. Good morning, Quentin. Jody is over on Facebook. Good morning, Jody. Hopefully you are not slipping and sliding around too much where you are this morning. Good morning, Lily on TikTok, Joey, Curtis, Mike, and Nick this morning on TikTok. Good morning to you. Good morning. Cindy says, good morning, Sunseekers, but is it really a good morning? Well, it's a snowy morning. We'll get to some of your pictures in just a second. When we do the good thing, we'll do good mornings, and then we'll see how we're looking for snow. So DM me a quick snow picture real quick if you want to be in on that action. We'd like to see, maybe you took it yesterday before it got dark. We do have some pictures taken outside in the dark by the light of the beaver moon. The beaver moon in the snow. Richard's here on Facebook. Richard, I got your picture from last night. Thanks. We'll share that as part of Good Thing coming up in just a second. Good morning to Jamal, to Stevie, Jean, and Eric on TikTok. Borrowed Bean is here on Twitch. Janine is over on Facebook. It's finally moving weekend. Happy Friday to you. Put some salt down. Don't be slipping, sliding around with those boxes. Watch the flat screen TV. Don't drop the flat screen. We've got Patricia Ann here this morning on Twitch. Hi, Patricia Ann. Good morning. Nick is here, too, on Twitch for his Keyboard Friday. Absolutely, pal. We'll get to some keyboard coming up. Isabel is over on TikTok. So is Lindsay and Danny. Good morning, Danny. Happy Friday to you. Good to see you. Happy Keyboard Friday indeed. Hi, Miles. Welcome, Miles. Good morning to you. Good morning, Borrowed Bean. Careful driving 16 and 10. It's super slick, especially the new pavement. See, slow it down. But see, you slowed it down. Can't be holding anybody's hand. Just slow it down. Listen, you know what? Put the tunes on. If you want to put me on, you can do that too, and I'll keep you company driving. We'll have you driving along the highway, listening to what's going on. We'll keep you updated. Nick says, I move that we exile Richard from the beach bunker because this is all his fault. If Richard was only that powerful, we would force him to give us sunshine all the time. It's not his fault. He just likes to stir the pot a little bit. He got his first snowfall. It's going to be gone next week. It's going to be gone. Tracy Rogers here on Twitch. Good morning and happy Friday. KD4380 is here on Twitch too. Good morning. Happy Friday, guys. Brenda's over on TikTok. Good morning, Brenda. And David is back again for another round on TikTok. Good morning to you. Good to see you. Derek's over on Twitch. And Tracy says, haven't seen the Coke commercial. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it. Santa Claus was made. Santa's lived forever, just so we're clear, because he's real. But Coca-Cola really pushed it into the mainstream. The classic Santa Claus look from Coca-Cola. Nick says, just remember, I'm telling myself this too, the first snowfall never sticks around. Well, the October one sometimes too. November is kind of touch and go. Hey, there's Trev Webb. Hey, Trev, good morning. Happy Friday to you. getting some Tin Cup ready for the football games happening this weekend. Western Final, Eastern Final. We're going to see who's in the Grey Cup. Henry on TikTok, good morning. We'll see who is going to be in the Grey Cup this weekend. And 2 Wheat Kings games, although they're not at home, they're on the road. But Victory Plus, I love it. I am watching more Wheat Kings hockey on TV than I've seen in the last 10 years. They play the radio broadcast, and they've got it synced up somehow with the live stream. It's really cool, and it's free. Victory Plus is the app that you need on your TV, and you can watch Wheat Kings hockey. They're in Alberta this weekend, 2 games, I believe tonight and tomorrow, and you can catch it on Victory Plus. Get that app. It's really good. Loretta's here on Facebook. Good morning, Loretta. Mark is over on TikTok. Good morning. Good to see you. Othman, good morning. Gwen is here. Good morning, Tyler, and go Riders. We have been infiltrated by the green. Oh, we do. We'll see. Maybe will the Riders make the Grey Cup? We'll have to wait and see. Yesterday's good thing. Good morning, folks. And we got lots of lurkers this morning, a ton, because this is what happens when wild weather moves in, especially for the morning commute. So before we get to good thing, I'm going to do this again. We're just going to give you the absolute latest on road conditions. Before we get to the good thing, give you a chance to think about something good that happened yesterday. That's how we roll. Some goods. Ooh, I'm glad we updated this. Okay, so we do have some new information, and this is to the south. Now that we've got some people traveling south of Brandon, we are seeing that things are not fantastic between the Trans-Canada and the U.S. border. Now, early reports had said that the Trans-Canada was the slippery section of our little map here, and to up around the Manitoba-Saskatchewan border, St. Lazare, Birtle, Russell region. But now we've just been updated, and as people hit the road, they're letting Manitoba 511 know that things are not great on number 10, south of Brandon to the U.S. border, as well as the Souris-Deloraine region, Pilot Mound, Crystal City, and Manitou. I would venture to think that this southwest corner just hasn't had people report yet. But again, if you are headed into Winnipeg, not bad. Not bad once you get to Portage-La Prairie. Looks like largely it's missed the Carman-Morris area. So once you get past McGregor, if you're on the Yellowhead, you get into Gladstone, things should be pretty good as far as your commute is concerned. And through Riding Mountain National Park, they got the most snow. Amounts are still kind of coming in. They're thinking maybe 5-7 centimeters, but you can see that the white lines are the snow-covered highways. Rossburn to Russell is especially slippery, as well as Russell down to the Trans-Canada Highway. Birtle, you also got a lot of snow on the highway this morning, so something to keep in mind, okay? All right. There you go, extra update. Let's get into our good thing, and I'll start real quickly and sneak in a sponsor mention at the same time. Yesterday was the Tim Hortons hockey card trade night. I managed to catch the one on 18th Street in Brandon. What a fun event. It was packed in there, just slammed with kids and prizes and samples. And I learned last night that you should, if you have a kid that plays hockey, you should name your kid Connor, because the hot hockey cards, the players' names are Connor McDavid, Connor Bedard, Connor Smith, Connor Wojciech, Connor Boychuk, Connor Puck Shooter. It's all Connor. So if your name's not Connor, you're not going to do well. And it was fun. Good time. These people take it seriously. These card collectors, and they're trading, and they're, showing what they got. And it was so much fun to visit with them. These kids are adorable. They're adorable. Now, listen, if you missed this one, it's okay, because there's another one. It's actually coming up again on Thursday, and they go 6 till 8 at the Tim Hortons on 18th Street and in Dauphin, too. So look at how packed it was, slammed. And so I got myself one of those habanero chicken wraps. I offered a chicken wrap to a kid that had the Connor Bedard card. He would not trade me. And I said, come on, this is a habanero chicken wrap. Kyle Connor Any kind of Connor. Connor is the hockey name. Why do you even need to look for kids' names when Connor should just be the name? Anyway, look at these great prizes. So hockey card trade nights. The next one is coming up on the 13th from 6 until 8. 18th Street in Brandon. Spread the word, and in Dauphin, in case you missed the one last night. Or maybe you were there and want to take in another one. They're a lot of fun. And it's a fun type of mayhem with our friends at Tim Hortons. Home of the Holiday Smile Cookie. It's going to be back for another season. So again, to get your pre-order in, please visit timhortonswestman.ca. Okay? Elkhorn Resort Clarso Nordic Spa. It was a fun night last night out at the Clarso Spa in the snow. They had the music going. You could have drinks out there. Your phone could be out there. They do that on Thursdays. They call it Thirst Day, and they'll be doing it again next week. It's $59, and it's kind of a party at the Clarso Spa. Keep that in mind. It's happening Thursdays through the month of November at Elkhorn Resort and Clarso Nordic Spa. Don't forget that there is live music happening this weekend, once again at the Buffalo Bar. And there is some painting with Shane happening next week. And something kind of cool and new. They've got speed dating happening at the Elkhorn. So if you're in the mood for love, I mean, the holidays are coming. Speed dating, jingle and mingle. Friday, November the 14th. Look at this. Speed dating, jingle and mingle. Appies and cocktails at the Elkhorn. Very cool. Friday, November 14th. Call to register. 848-2802. That's 848-2802. And finally, Kuiper's Family Bakery. With football on this weekend, you know the hot dogs and hamburgers are going to be going. We got Rider fans in chat. Trev says, go BC. I don't know about that. He's just a disgruntled Bombers fan. But when you're having your hot dogs and your hamburgers, when you need your garlic toast to go with a steak that you're going to grill, and yes, you could be grilling this weekend. Barbecue season is far from done. Or maybe you need tarts or monster cookies, or you just want a great fresh loaf of bread to make some Texas toast. Of course, you know our friends at Kuiper's Family Bakery have decades of tradition baked into every bite. Brandon knows them. Brandon loves them. They're Brandon's Bakery, Kuiper's Family Bakery. Go and see them to load up for the weekend. 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner, beside Tasties. Nick says, yesterday's good thing. We went to dinner last night with my daughter and her boyfriend. That is awesome. Out to Eastside Mario's. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Nice. KDD says, I had a great week visiting with my brother before he went home yesterday. Again, if you're just joining us, J.K. and Aaron on TikTok, just type in GT and then tell me something good that happened yesterday. Well, Greg is here. Greg, thank you so much for coming out. It was tons of fun. Good job. So much fun. It was a great time. Thank you for hosting. Looking forward to next Thursday. Trev says, don't forget Kyle Connor. Cindy says, GT shoveled my way to the hot tub after supper. No snow stopping me. Yeah, a little bit of hot tub. Oh, and Rhonda. Good morning, Rhonda, over on Facebook. Such fun evening. Thanks for coming, Tyler. It was, I had to come and see. I like to talk to the kids. I'll be honest with you. I'm out of the loop on hockey. I watch a little bit of it, and I really enjoy visiting with the kids, and they're so adorable. They take this stuff seriously. This trading card stuff is serious business for these kids. It's adorable. And it's always a lot of fun. And those samples were pretty good, too. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you're going to be going on Thursday, they got all kinds of samples and prizes. It's a great time. Yesterday's good thing. As promised, snow pictures. Tosh, dark and cold. It's dark and cold. But I am reminded by my African friend, who is new to Canada. He's only been here 3 years, and he says, Tyler, that is white gold. That is moisture to go into the soil and grow your food. I'll never forget, because you're crazy, man. That's what I said to him, but then it sunk in and thought, I should be a better person. I should be grateful. There's parts of the world they would love to have some white gold like this. And you know what? It could have been worse. It's not Snowmageddon. It's just our first snowfall. We just... Ooh, although up north of Riding Mountain Park, this is coming in from Cindy enough, you're going to have to shovel. Although I thought you were going to get a lot more than that. Just enough to cover the ground. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Time to put the Christmas music on. Greg says, oh, by the way, there'll be some Wheat Kings. They'll be back from the road next Thursday. So if you've got some Wheat Kings fans in the house and want to take in the trading card night, some Wheaties will be appearing. Hopefully with some victories. Oh, see, there's a steak getting ready. Oh, more steak. Throw that steak shot in there. Steak and snow. Steak. Barbecue season is a 12-month-a-year sport here. If you can't barbecue 12 months a year, something's wrong. This from Richard. Last night he was out doing some walking and sent this in. Thanks, Richard. Just enough to mess with driving, really. You can't shovel, you can't sweep. It's just to slick things up, hey? Oh, it's a winter Wonderland. Trev says, for the love of God, please stop. Oh, you love Christmas music. Let's get it on. Mariah Carey. This is a Mariah Carey weekend. Bust her out of her ice. Get Mariah Carey out. It's a Mariah Carey weekend. Why not? And this is from Justin last night. This is him. Justin is from the Weather Center of Manitoba. And as we were, this kind of looks like the shot as we were coming out of hockey card trading night. It started with a little bit of, I would say, rain or wet snow. And that is really what's the cause for concern. This is headed north on 18th Street, coming up to the Corral Center here on your right away. And this is taken last night as the snow was coming in. Again, not a major snowstorm, not a huge deal, but just enough to make driving a little bit difficult, a little bit entertaining. And heaven forbid you don't have winter tires. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Just slow it down. I love the words of a weather forecaster from many years ago who said, on days like today, what you have to do is you have to pretend you got your grandmother in the car with you. She's in the front seat of your vehicle, and she's holding a pot of hot super chili, and there's no top on the hot super chili. She's holding it there in her lap, okay? And you're driving around. And so how fast do you want to go? And, look at the water on these streets. This is a Corral Center. This is our big shopping plaza to your right. And it looks so festive. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. But see, it's wet snow. Again, this is before things got really cold after midnight. And then things started to accumulate. And all that water that's lying on 18th Street has turned to ice there. Yep, that is all ice this morning. So, easy does it. Be careful on the roads. Easy does it, Sunseekers. When you head out the door this morning, because it is snowy and... Oh, this is Menadosa. Can't forget Menadosa. Hi, Leona. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, Menadosa. Leona Creighton shared that with us this morning. We're going to go to the beach. We got some beach time set. Oh, and this is outside the city as well in Hamiota. This is from Wanda. Help me, Wanda. No, that's Rhonda. This is Wanda. Rhonda. Here we go. It's Friday, and it's not a snow day. It's just a headache kind of day. And the big headaches, let me tell you, if you're flying into the United States, if you know of people that are flying into the United States, oh, it's happened. It's happened. They have started canceling flights, and this is affecting Canadians, and we've got an update coming up for you here in just a second. But first, let's go to the beach. It is Friday, Sunseekers. Let's get at it, okay? Happy Friday to you. Our Friday beach camp is the Soggy Dollar in the British Virgin Islands. Look at this. Oh, the sun is out, kids. Happy Friday. Let's go to the beach.
Beach bunker, feel the heat. Dance all night, move those feet. Waves crashing, music loud. Feel the vibe, join the crowd. Sun seekers, time to shine. Weekend love will be fine. It's the weekend, let's get wild, wild, wild. Party hard, feel the vibe, vibe, vibe. Sun seekers all day long, long, long. Dance the night, sing our song, our song. Games and laughs, surf the wave. No more work, time to rave. Sunset glow, colors blend. Fun won't stop, never end. Feel the rumble undertow, so, so, so. Beach bunker where it grows, so, so, so. Sun and sand, laughter, sweet, 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 sweet. Grooving down, feel the beat, the beat. It's the weekend, let's get wild, wild, wild. Party hard, feel the vibe, vibe, vibe. Sun seekers all day long, long, long. Dance the night, sing our song, yeah. Oh, yeah. Games and laughs, surf the wave. No more work, time to rave. Sunset glow, colors blend. Fun won't stop, never end. Feel the rumble undertow, so, so, so. Beach bunker where it grows, so, so, so. Sun is up, let's spread the day. Oh yeah. Friday's here, gonna start to play.
It's Friday at the beach bunker.
Beach bunker.
Happy Friday.
Dance all night, move those feet.
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend, let's get wild.
It's the weekend.
Party hard, feel the vibe.
Hope you got something fun planned for the weekend.
Seekers all day long, long.
I bet there's going to be some Christmas shopping going on, Christmas decorating, Christmas music, or you can jet away someplace hot like this. This is a live shot this morning of the Soggy Dollar at British Virgin Islands. How beautiful is that water? That is just beautiful blue water. People swimming first thing this morning. Is it cocktail hour yet? We just had breakfast, Tyler. Well, it doesn't matter. It's a perfect time for a Friday cocktail when you're on that hot, sandy beach. Look at that woman. She's taking pictures of the people swimming in the water, and she's moving her feet around because it's just too hot. It's too hot. It's so hot. Now she's taking a picture of us. Oh, yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Have a drink for us. Oh, she's coming over to say hi. Have a drink for us. It's cold up here. Good God. Oh, look at this. Let us show you this now. Let us show you this mess that we're in up here. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. The number 10 south camera, look at that. I must be a 50-foot snowbank covering that camera because you can't see it. Oak Lake and Grand Valley not working, but you can see this is the most up-to-date shot of our highways in the area. You can see that number 10 through to Riding Mountain National Park got the worst of the snow that fell last night. And we are also seeing that things are especially slippery to the north and west of kind of Menadosa Rivers region. So if you are around the Saskatchewan border, Bertle, St. Lazare, our friends in Rocanville, McCauley, Russell, you're going to have some slippery conditions. Russell to Rossburn, I'm hearing this morning, as well as Russell down to St. Lazare is especially slippery. So this is the latest from Manitoba 511. And you can see that yellow is partial cover, white is full cover. And again, that's where things are especially slippery. So slow it down. Just be a little slow on your morning drive. But if you're headed into Winnipeg, not too bad once you get past McGregor and Gladstone, Manitou, Carman, things improve. So it is not the worst snowstorm that we've ever had by a long shot. However, it's the first one where people are learning to drive winter style again. And that's That's always an adventure, isn't it? -3 for the high today. Judging by what we're seeing on the radar, and we're seeing 0. It's basically all cloud. And unless these clouds can explode with some snow, which we don't anticipate, it looks like the system has largely moved on, and we will be cloudy today, -3. -5 in the sunshine tomorrow. But look I draw your attention to Remembrance Day next week. 8 degrees in the sunshine. This snow is not going to last, especially down around Brandon, Trans-Canada Highway region. I'm thinking the snow is going to be gone. Up around the park, you may be stuck with it. Higher elevations, a little further north. We'll have to wait and see. But looking good for next week. And actually pretty solid weekend. Our normal for this time of year is now 0. So, -4 is a little chillier than normal, but that's not too bad. As we get you back into the beach bunker, and a quick good morning to Daniel over on TikTok, and Alan and Jay coming in to join us late this morning. If you are traveling in the U.S. or if you've got friends that are traveling in the United States, these are not good days. The U.S. shutdown is now the longest in U.S. history, and because air traffic controllers are not showing up to work, there are security personnel that aren't showing up to work. It is gumming up the airports. And waiting in a long line at the TSA is one thing. Having a mid-air collision at LAX, which almost happened last night, they came incredibly close to a mid-air collision at LAX. The air traffic controllers are tired. They haven't been paid in over a month. And so the FAA has said, okay, we are going to start grounding planes. Now, there is some good news here. Now, we told you that starting today, it'd be 10% of all flights. They've since kind of pulled that back a little bit, realizing it's going to create a ton of chaos. So they're going to start with a smaller number. I think around 4% of all U.S. flights will not go. They'll be canceled, but they are going to work their way up to 10%. And then eventually we are hearing they'll work their way up to 40%, which will be unprecedented. It will literally quiet the skies. And it hasn't been this quiet since September 11th. It's really unprecedented.
This morning, flight reductions at 40 major airports are beginning to take effect. The FAA has ordered airlines to reduce flights at so-called high-impact airports by 4% this morning. That will gradually increase to 10% of flights by next Friday. Airlines not following the rules will be hit with a $75,000 fine per flight over the limit.
This is going to be huge. So on a given day in the U.S., there might be 100 to 200 flights canceled. This is going to be 4,000. And mind you, it's not just canceled flights. Because of these canceled flights, there's going to be thousands more delays as well. And by the way, the 10% is just a starting point. They could ramp that up as more and more controllers call out.
The FAA says the air traffic reduction is needed for safety because of the shortage of air traffic controllers and TSA agents during the government shutdown. They're being forced to work without pay, and many are calling out sick. American Airlines, beginning today, will cancel about 220 of its 6,000 daily departures. Delta is canceling 170 per day, and United fewer than 200 per day through Sunday. It compares the impact to that of a medium-sized storm and says half of passengers on flights canceled today rebooked on other flights within 4 hours.
If you're in a market with only 2 small regional flights and you cancel one or both of them, that's a huge impact to that market. We want to avoid that. And so what we're doing is really spreading it around the system.
Multiple airlines are offering refunds and free changes for impacted flights. And while travelers are frustrated,
my sister and I both were planning on going there and flying to Raleigh and surprising our parents. So it was definitely, disappointing.
Instead, we're on TV and they know
when
we're
I call
coming.
out, I tell them the truth. Can't afford childcare.
We're going to drive instead.
Enough to hold over for maybe another week.
Oh, pack the freezer.
Another major issue during the shutdown is government food assistance. A federal judge yesterday ordered the Trump administration to provide full SNAP benefits to states by today. The administration had previously said it would use emergency funds to only partially fund the benefits. Vice President J.D. Vance last night pushing back.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. And that's the food stamp program. That's awful. People need to eat. And you know what? When people don't have access to food, they're going to get desperate. I mean, the folks that are flying, it's going to be a huge headache, a huge inconvenience, but they've got to reestablish those SNAP benefits. This is what they call the misery map. So if you do have somebody that is doing some traveling, this is a live shot of U.S. airports and the airports that are suffering through the delays. So you can pick the airport that you or a friend might be flying to. I'm going to link this up through my website at tylerglenshow.com. This is doing real-time updates. So we can see Minneapolis is affected. We can see that Detroit, Atlanta, Miami, Denver, Dallas, Houston, LAX, Seattle, nothing in the Dakotas so far. But I would think that I'm going to obviously have this bookmarked, and we're going to be able to watch this as it unfolds. If they don't get a deal done south of the border, these little green dots are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And before you say, well, what the hell do I care? Well, we're next door, and even though, a lot of Canadians aren't traveling to the United States right now, there's still a lot of Canadians. I think the Brandon Sun had reported that Minot has only seen a 20% reduction in their travel. They still have a fair amount of Canadians coming down there. There's still Canadians traveling. The numbers aren't as big, but this is certainly going to have an effect on Canadian air travel.
It's a standard Thursday at Canada's largest airport, but travelers are bracing for turbulence.
It's really unfortunate.
Transportation officials in the United States plan to slash air traffic by 10% at 40 major airports, including New York, Washington, Chicago, and Los Angeles. Reductions set to begin Friday. The Federal Aviation Administration and U.S. Transportation Department say traffic reduction is necessary to ease pressure on air traffic controllers and security screening agents who have been working without pay during the 36-day U.S. government shutdown.
If I was working, I sure as hell wouldn't want to be working without any pay.
This has worsened staff shortages, caused widespread flight delays and long security lines at American airports. And since many Canadian travelers are bound for U.S. destinations, both passengers and carriers here are expected to feel the pinch.
They're not exempt from this reduction. They will be affected by it. And the question is going to be, what does that mean?
WestJet says so far their operations have not been impacted. We are continuing to monitor the situation and proactively manage our operations to minimize any potential disruptions going forward. While Air Canada says we are monitoring the situation and awaiting more details, adding for customers who may be connecting onto U.S. domestic flights operated by our partner United Airlines, we have put in place a goodwill policy to allow them to change or defer their travel with no change fee. Experts warn even domestic flights could be impacted. For example, a flight from Toronto to Vancouver spends about half of its flight in U.S. airspace. Carriers could opt to fly through Canadian skies to avoid any disruptions, but that would add another hour to the length of that flight.
Whoa, we got to take the long way around. We got to take the long way? I don't understand that logic, though. I mean, if there's less air traffic in the air, why do we have to take the long way? Why can't we just cut across Wisconsin or Minnesota? If you ever look on FlightAware, we do a lot of that. I mean, the country is not like it appears in your grade 3 map, like just this big block up here. No, Ontario and Montreal, everybody lives below the 49th parallel. I think most of Canada lives south of the 49th parallel. And so we're constantly scooting across Wisconsin and Michigan and Minnesota if you want to get out of there and get to Western Canada. So anyway, and I feel bad for those people that haven't gotten paid. Have you ever had a work check bounce? Have you ever not gotten paid from a job ever? I think a lot of us have had a lot of crappy jobs over our lives. But I can safely say I have never not gotten paid. I have had, a communication error, maybe a day or two things came late, but I have never not gotten paid. I really feel bad for when you hear these stories of stores closing down. Some of these stores where they close down, they say, that's it, we're broke, we're shutting down, there's no paychecks, lights are off. It's like, that's awful. People are owed this money. And these people have been working for 6 weeks without a paycheck. How long do you think you could last without a paycheck? What is it? The average Canadian might have 2 weeks lying around? Might have 2 weeks? Anyway, it's a nasty situation, and it's only going to get worse as time goes on. So we are the show about food, fun places in the mayhem of life. We want you to be aware of that. We also want you to be aware that Prince Harry has apologized. More on that coming up. Tracy says, I can't last without one paycheck. Well, I think that by its definition is how we are living as a society. Tracy, I don't think you're alone. I think we are all kind of living paycheck to paycheck. That's what it means. Now, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and one of those paychecks is gone, you're like, okay, into the savings I go, and not much there. And then these poor people are okay, I guess I got to go to get some food, and the SNAP benefits are gone. This is why food banks in America are being absolutely overrun, crushed. And there was demand before, but now food banks are running out of food. It's kind of an emergency situation down there. And oh man, it is not good. Feel for them. It's hopefully they can get this stuff solved. They got to get a deal done, get that government open again. You can't, as much as we like to poo-poo on the government, you kind of need them to have their hand on the wheel when they walk away from the car and let the car just roll down the hill. You know, it was not long before the car crashes in the ditch. Now to this country, to the breaking news. Prince Harry. What's wrong with you? Come you weren't wearing a Blue Jays hat? We talked about it on the show. Now we have an explanation, and you will be the judge whether it's a good enough explanation. His dad apparently is the King of Canada. Anyway, this just makes me... I was all for the King of Canada up until this little incident. Not really. And that just completely changed my mind. Not really. You know what I'm saying? It just made me go, so much for the royal family. Not really. I never really liked it. It just completely changed. You ruined it, Harry. For me, it doesn't sit well. We'll tell you what he had to say coming up. First, I got to let you know Sunrise Credit Union has got a great deal on mortgages. Listen, if you're doing a mortgage renewal or you're looking to get into a home, you're not going to beat this. 3.89%. I didn't think we'd see 3 again. 3.89. Beat the winter chill with a hot 3.89% mortgage rate at Sunrise Credit Union. 19 area locations, sunrisecu.mb.ca. At Headley's Health Hut, reminder, Wednesday is Win Back Wednesday. It's the second Wednesday of the month. That means when you go and buy stuff at Headley's Health Hut, you have a very good chance you're going to get that stuff for free, because up to $500 in receipts, they refund back to customers. They do a draw of the folks who come into the store on Wednesday. They have all kinds of the showcase of new products, and it's always a little mini party going on there. Sometimes a big party. They just came through their anniversary party. It was a big one. $10,000 in prizes they gave away. But if you're looking for high-protein foods, protein powders of the highest quality, if you're looking for gluten-free foods, food supplements, vitamins, anything regarding nutritional supplements and vitamins, they are the place to check out. You want mocktails, if you want sugar-free candies. I mean, the list is long of great items that they've got at Headley's Health Hut. So go pay them a visit, and keep in mind that Win Back Wednesday, you can get your stuff for free. 1314 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. And just next door, Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express. They're going to make a donation to the Bear Clan, Helping Hands, and Samaritan House when you get your oil changed. And we were just talking about how important it is to help support these organizations through these tough times. So, and you need to get your oil changed. So just pull up to the doors, 1500 Richmond Avenue. They'll give you a quick check over of your vehicle, and a great place to get your winter tires put on too. And go see the great crew at Murray Certified Service Express. You'll find them at 1500 Richmond Avenue. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle. Oh, look at us. We're at the baseball game. The Sunseekers were upset. We were all part of the royal family fan club until we saw this picture. This was a game changer. As the rest of the country is saying, go Jays go, as Canada has never been more united. In fact, I do not think Canada will ever be as united as we were for those 8 weeks in the fall of 2025 when we came together for the game of the bat and the ball and cheered on our beloved Blue Jays. This little shit in LA with his wumpty shows up at the game in a Dodgers hat. Oh, Harry, you really stepped in at this time. Then he comes to Toronto, I believe it was yesterday or day before yesterday, to talk to Toronto area veterans, and he's part of the Invictus Games and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, dude, you knew this was on your calendar. You knew you had to come to Toronto in the next couple of weeks, yet you decided that you were going to wear a Dodgers hat. Not smart. I will volunteer to be your PR guy, Harry. You got to move me to LA. I got to have a house by the beach, and we will put away those Dodgers hats, okay? He was asked about this by an inquisitive media reporter about wearing this hat that infuriated the nation. It almost caused riots, it did.
What do you like to say at all about wearing that LA Dodgers hat last week and getting in the hot
LA
water?
Dodgers hatgate. Firstly, I would like to apologise to Canada for wearing it. Secondly, I was under duress. There wasn't much choice. I was invited to the LA Dodgers box or the dugout by the owner himself, so I was doing what I thought was the polite thing to do. But I'm going to wear this from now on to make sure I don't make any more of those mistakes. But the other piece of this was, as you could probably relate, when you're missing a lot of hair on top and you're sitting under floodlights, you'll take any hat that's available. So, Game 5, Game 6, Game 7, I was Blue Jays throughout. Now that I've admitted that, it's going to be really hard for me to return back to Los Angeles. But no, I'm very sorry to the Canadian public. Devastated that the Blue Jays lost, but go Jays.
Oh, what a bunch of crap. Do you believe that? What are your thoughts? Okay, you're the judge, jury, executioner. Should we give him? Should we forgive him? I think he's just trying to clean up his mess. I like how he tried to be humorous and self-deprecating and how he's losing his hair. You know, I would have preferred this answer. I'm whipped. My wife would have cut me off from everything joyful in our Los Angeles home for the next 6 months had I not cheered for the team of which we live. Because then any man would have said, oh, we've been there. We've been there. You will wear a tie to this wedding or you are... Okay. Oh, all right. I will cut you off. Oh, no, I'll wear the tie. Okay, yes. Oh, and those pants that don't fit properly? Yes, because they look good on you. Okay, I'll wear them. If you want me to wear them, I will. Just be honest. She whipped you into way. You will wear this, or I will not speak to you. Now, they're still young. That threat of, I will not speak to you for the next 6 months. If you've been married for 30 years, you're like, are you kidding around? Like, really? You're not going to speak? You mean it's going to be quiet? No, they're still in that hot and heavy part of the relationship. So she's threatening to cut him off. You'll wear this. Of course he's going to wear it. And then we all could have said, okay, we forgive you. But then he throws in Jays Forever bullshit. Jays Forever. I'm a Jays fan now. And I can't return to Los Angeles. It's Los Angeles. Say it right. What's wrong with you? Los Angeles. My dad is the king of Canada. No, he's not. We're taking his privileges away. This is infuriating. Okay, and the Sunseekers are... Oh, come on. The Sunseekers are a little more forgiving. Give me a break. Cindy says, I'm going to believe him. You're going to believe him, hey? I don't know. I think that ship has sailed. Blessed Mama says, I like Harry. Forgive him. Come on, Tyler. Don't be such a hard ass. Listen, the Jays did not pull it off. Do you remember how close that game was? It was too close. We needed all hands on deck. We needed every Canadian to close their eyes and wish for the win, to visualize the victory, holding the trophy, the parade in downtown Toronto, the CN Tower, red and white flag forever. We had to all pull together, and he was off appeasing his movie star wife. Shame! Shame! Where's my bell? Shame. How do they do that on Game of Thrones? Shame. 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 Shame on you. You've got the bell of shame, Harry. The bell of shame. Be a man. Be a man. Don't let her dress you. Pronounce Los Angeles right. How does Trace even take you seriously? Yellow Jacket says, he just said what we wanted to hear. No backbone. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. I bet you if it was Catherine, she would have she'd look good in a Blue Jays hat. That's Williams. Yeah. Yeah, we should have had her. No, I'm getting distracted. I'm getting off topic. Quinn says, wait, he's not allowed to have a favorite team? No, because his dad is king of Canada. Isn't that what sports fans do? His wife is from LA. Why wouldn't he cheer for her home team? Because you're not paying attention right now. We are at war. There is a war going on. Elbows are up. We're like chickens walking around in Canada with our elbows up like this. Are you not paying attention? Elbows up. And that's hard to do while you got your baseball gloves on. So we're in the midst of this amazing, colossal, cross-border super war being fought vicariously through those who play baseball, and we had his dad come and speak in our parliament and tell us how great we were and how our elbows should stay up, and we're sitting with our elbows up like this, and Harry's got his elbows down. Oh, he's got his elbows way down. And I blame her. It's always the girl. So no, sir, no, it is not just sports. It's bigger than sports. This is about Canadian identity. It's much bigger. Why are you laughing? This is no laughing matter. This is the future of Arctic land. Anyway, yeah, no, it's just something to have some fun with, really. I could care less. Truth be told, I've never been to a Jays game. I've been to 2 Dodgers games. So I just like to have fun. And point out hypocrisy, okay? So, because I think we all can agree on one thing. Hypocrites suck. They say, oh, I'm never going to do that. I'll wear a mask. I'll make sure I wear a mask. And that same politicians at the airport going to the Bahamas while you're sitting in your mask in your basement. We don't like hypocrites. We can agree on that, right? Because we don't like when people say, do something, and then they do the opposite thing. And we're like, wait a second, you told me to go left and you went right. And it's like, what? I'm confused. Anyway, it's Friday. And Coca-Cola is out with this amazing AI ad, but holy crap, did it take a lot of work? I thought AI was supposed to make our lives easier. Well, how good is this ad? We'll have it for you next hour. And a fuming Rick from Pawn Stars. He's pissed. And it's not because he made a bad deal on my Gretzky O-Peachy hockey card I've been complaining about all week. No, it's about Vegas really doing awful. Vegas is hurting right now. And while Canadians are thinking, take that, Las Vegas, because Canadians aren't going. There's a lot of Canadians staying home from Las Vegas, and we are a big visitor to Las Vegas. It isn't just the Canadians. It's people around the world aren't going to Vegas, mixed with, holy shit, why is it so expensive? And Rick is calling out Vegas, and I'm saying, way to go, Rick, because they got to hear it from somebody in Vegas. They got to quit these stupid resort fees and nickel and diming us. Make it fun to go to Vegas again. We're going to talk a bit about that next hour. And the 7 nighttime foods that will help you burn fat while you sleep if you're over 50. I feel like the cover of a Women's Day magazine. 7 foods that will burn fat while you sleep if you're over the age of 50. If you're in your 40s or 30s, it'll still burn fat too, but especially important for us old folks. We've also got the Friday keyboard coming up, and we have to say farewell to our friends on Facebook. Guys, please slow it down on the roads today. And also, something we don't mention enough is just be careful walking to your vehicle. It's a little bit slippery because it did rain and some snow on top. So please be careful, even just walking to your car today, okay? Take her cool. Have a good weekend. We're moving over to Twitch, okay? Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. You can watch through the website at TylerGlenShow.com should you choose. Thank you, YouTube. Have a good weekend. We're moving over to Twitch X, okay? We have to say goodbye. We're moving over to Twitch. It's